Pamela this morning. I got my test results back and I am in great shape. My cholesterol's fine, perfect. I have the best results, okay? And I'm very thankful at 64. My cholesterol, I'm iron. I'm not pre-diabetic. I'm not diabetic. I must be doing something right. They did say drink more water, so I'm going to get my water out now. So I have that, how much I'm drinking, kind of measure that today. Wow. I'm wondering if it could be eating oatmeal too. I eat oatmeal, you know. Oh my gosh, I didn't notice. Is this racist? I hope this isn't racist, you guys. I love this guy. I do like you Quaker oats. Anyway, hope the world gets better. You know, there's always been racism and culture problems. You know, people not being able to accept different people's cultures. But you know what's really cool is if you can. But my test results came out really spectacular, and I'm very thankful today, not to get off on that, but it's almost like you have to have a filter now, anything you do or anything you say, because of this, you know, racist thing. And guess what? We do need to be aware of it. I'm certainly not saying that we shouldn't be aware of it, you know, because big time. This has been going on since I was young. So if there isn't anybody that's telling you something, I'm 64, and like I've been saying to a lot of people that I talk to on here, racism has been around a long time. Well, everybody's thinking, I guess, through the slavery thing, but in my life, I've seen a lot of it, you guys, a lot. I like to get my jewelry on, kind of stay busy while I'm talking. Sometimes I like to wear my spoon rings. They're really cool. The thing about it is racism has been around a long, long, long time. I mean, it's incredible, but you know what? The thing about it is we just have to be kind of kind to one another. You know, if you got some fears about different races, maybe you saw a movie where, you know, a certain race was hurting someone. I don't know, a lot of stuff comes out of Hollywood, and that's what really bothers me. It really bothers me. People don't talk about Hollywood. They stir people up. They trigger people with movies. Yeah, a lot of it might be based on a true story, and that's all good, but, you know, the happy ending is that there isn't a Holocaust now. There isn't slavery going on right now, and I know they're talking about the natives and stuff. The Apaches are upset with the copper, okay, because this new Green Deal is in that cool box. I've showed it before. Keep my jewelry in there. Let me sit down here. When you get older, you have to get pillows and stuff for yourself when you sit. Check out this one. It looks like a log. Doesn't it look like a piece of log? It's a cushion. So the Apaches and stuff right now are pretty upset because that's their copper. And the copper is used in these new electrical cars and the battery. The copper is being used in the solar panels. Listen, I'm very upset with Biden. I can't stand this administration, okay? There's a way to come in this country and there's a way not to. And what he has done to our country is just ridiculous. Biden, you make me sick. You're not my president. I'm ashamed of you. And what you've done, you know. President Trump really stood up for us, okay? It's very difficult to even think about every day how they're acting, you know. Now they've got t-shirts down at the border that are saying, Biden, let us in. And these t-shirts are brand new. Somebody's made them. And it's all good. Come in. But come into our country the right way and correct, you know. You don't need to come in like this, okay? And plus, I get my shot Monday, hopefully, you know, and I have to sign up for that here in this town, in Provo here. I'm getting it at a grocery store pharmacy, hopefully, I pray. And then, but these people are the way they're coming in. Biden's really weird. The way he's just given all of our jobs to China and India and our gas and our oil. You know, I'll tell you what, I miss Donald Trump, my president, so bad. And, you know, half this country does. You know, you go to bed and you think, what's next? He's bombing people. He's a strange old guy, man. He's just like, I never really was involved in politics too much growing up. But as I got older, I don't know if it's an older thing or whatever, you know, but it's shameful. It's a disgrace to our country what Biden and Kamala Harris are doing and the rest of the Democrats. It's terrible. Terrible, the Green New Deal, taking out 11,000 jobs, giving our gas away, giving our natural supplies away that we had just because, just to be mean. You know, canceling culture, everything's wrong. You know, I go to a doctor right now and he has a nurse there that's transgendering into a man and, you know, got the rainbow, you know, lantern or whatever they call those. And on that lantern is his, him, or he. And, you know, I'm going there for me. I know you want everyone to know you're transgender and don't call you a girl. But it's just ridiculous. It's like, what happened? I drive around town, I see these rainbow flags. You know, I've always known there's been gay people. Everybody knows there has since the Bible days. It's really your business. Why are you making it my business what's going on down there? What's going on here? I mean, are people flying flags their favorite sexual positions? I mean, it's gone too far, you guys. It's sickening, okay? Keep that to yourself. You don't need, you know, to gag me with that or tell me that I know you're a girl and I got to call you he, a his, or a him. It's like really bad. I mean, America, the land of the free. Why do all these people fight for our country, the red, white, and blue? What is going on? I'm not taking part of it. I'm just really not. Everything you see has to have a filter. Oh, that was racist. Nope, 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 nope. You know, cancel white culture, you know, you're, you know, white privileged. I don't understand what's going on. All I know is that it's not fair, it's creepy, and our country's sad right now. Not only is our country sick with coronavirus, our country is sick as far as goes, you know, the racism, you know. If you vote for Trump, you're a racist. It's just ridiculous. President Trump was an awesome president, and he will be back. And like I've said before, don't underestimate the Trumps. But Biden, what you're doing down there at the border is ridiculous. I believe in being a humanitarian, but you're not even checking anybody. You just came in that White House just stumbling and just mumbling and just not even standing up for any of us. I think it's ridiculous, and you should never be our chief or commander, or let alone a president. And it's getting worse. So I don't know how he's getting away with all this, closing jobs, pipelines, and different things. I mean, if we can put a man on the moon, I'm sure we can kind of transfer oil from different places to different places and let people work, you know, let people work. I worked all my life, and just, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous what's going on. The hurt, the humility of a president that's for America that's not. He doesn't stand for freedom. He doesn't stand for America. It's way past. I've never seen racism so bad. It's really bad. So most cultures bring something to the table that's beautiful. And I do know that people are upset with Chinese people because of what came out of China, and they're getting beat up. I know what happened with George Floyd, but not every police officer will choke someone with their knee. So it's a blown out, there's no balance, and it's people are using people's faults for reasons. Have you ever noticed that in life? Something will happen, you know? I think I've said this before, being a waitress, you can give a table everything they want. I mean, they don't even have to ask. You can bring them bread, butter, refill their drinks. You know, give them that extra salad. Just be very kind, you know. But you forget one thing, and there's people out in this world, guess what? They'll say, well, we don't got a tipper. Well, what about all that free stuff I gave you and all that extra attention I gave you? And all that, you know, kindness. Maybe somebody, you know, brought a hot teapot full of water, you know, with a bunch of napkins because you were eating some barbecue ribs. And, you know, a dry napkin certainly isn't going to wash off that, is it? So, it's just like story after story. And when you get to be my age, about 64 years old, you start rolling back, just something will trigger it, a smell, a holiday, a song. And you think to yourself, in day-to-day life, do that. In day-to-day life, think, could I have handled that different? And you know what? We're supposed to make mistakes. We're supposed to be bitter. We're supposed to be unkind. But not always. That's the problem. Sometimes we need to come back inside of ourselves and say, you know what? Even though it's going to be scary to be nice to somebody I don't like, even though it's going to be really hard to forgive, I'm going to feel better. Because in my life, I've made so many mistakes. It's the ones that hold on to the grudge, the ones that remember at that waitress table what you didn't do and didn't see all the good you did do, so they can say, let's not leave her a tip. In life, we learn, and we have the ability to be aware of it. And this Pamela saying, have a great day. I get serious sometimes. I start these out with just like talking about just things to talk about. But I end up kind of giving a piece of me to you and saying, I've had some real dark days. I've had some days where a boss has, bought a turkey for me, paid an electric bill, when I didn't have any money, being a single mother and working really hard. And those people, you know what? I remember them. You remember generous people, but the people that give and don't expect something from you. The ones that have it but don't use it to their advantage to try to control you. Those are blessings. Be careful who you take money from. Be careful who you associate with. Think about it. Don't be so quick, like Miss Cool here. I am an open book. There's a girl that watches me, one of my subscribers. She goes, Pamela, you're such an open book. I'm like, sometimes I am. I have to lay it down. I could be like one of those books or stories. Now, I had a friend that came and said, my friend, what should she do? She's pregnant. Go to Planned Parenthood. I don't know what you want to do. Usually that person that uses another person. But Planned Parenthood, when I was young, wasn't just like what they're saying for abortions and things. They actually help people, younger people and stuff. But I could go on about this racism and stuff. So until next time, I do want to talk to people and let them know that you can turn down the heat inside of yourself, and you can cool it off and be mindful. You can make mistakes. That's great. Well, I just got to let everybody know what my Jewish grandfather said. Pamela, that's why there's erasers on pencils. Because you can erase it and you can redo it, all right? So, but just don't always have that, like, I'm going to make a mistake today and don't you bother me about it. Feel it. Feel that. Know that you can change and that it'll be good for you. Because wouldn't you want to be remembered for good? Wouldn't you want to pass that on to somebody and say, well, my children or somebody? I remember that person. They were very kind. I remember we were really busy and I'll let everybody go real quick. It's getting to be quite a bit. One night it was really packed and I was a waitress and it was Valentine's. And man, you couldn't get through this restaurant. I mean, that hostess was carrying those menus way up high in her hand to get through the crowd. I just couldn't stop. Our boss, actually, this Greek man that owns a restaurant here in Provo, the coachman, he actually put paper on the front doors. We're out of food. We were so busy. And this lady came back with balloons and roses. I'll never forget her. And said, here, Pamela, you did a great job tonight, Valentine's Day. As a single parent, I'll never forget her. You just go back in your life and you think about the people that were so kind. But sometimes tough love's good too. But the kind people in the world, they change your life, don't they? They changed my life. I wanted to be more like them. Think things through. Think things through. And leave good memories. This is Pamela saying, have a great day. Later.